morning, children. I am Seema Shrivastava from St. Joseph Senior Secondary School, Piparia. How are you? I hope all of you are doing well. Dear students, always remember that you have to learn word meaning from both the books. And also learn word meanings from both the books. And complete your book and exercises. Now let's start new chapter. Chapter number 4, A New Arrival. Warm up. It is a story of 10-year-old Swaminathan, who is a boy full of innocence, wonder and mischief. As his mother goes into labor, Swami feels neglected and deprived of attention. Let's start reading lesson. Mother had been abed for 2 days past. Swaminathan missed her very much in the kitchen and felt uncomfortable without her attention. He was taken to her room, where he saw her lying disheveled and pale on her bed. She asked him to come nearer. She asked him why he was looking emaciated and if he was not eating and sleeping well. Swaminathan kept staring at her blankly. Here seemed to be a different mother. He was cold and reserved when he spoke to her. Her appearance depressed him. He wriggled himself from her grasp and ran out. His granny told him that he was going to have a brother. He received the news without enthusiasm. That night he was allowed to sleep on Granny's bed. The lights kept burning all night. Whenever he opened his eyes, he was conscious of busy feet scurrying along the passage. Late at night, Swaminathan woke up and saw a lady doctor in the hall. She behaved as if the house belonged to her. She entered mother's room, and presently out of the room came a mingled noise of whispers and stifled moans. She came out of the room with a serious face and ordered everybody around. She commanded even father to do something. He vanished for a moment and reappeared with a small bottle in his hand. He hovered about uncertainly. The hushed voices, hurry, seriousness, agitation, hot water and medicine. Preparations of ushering a new person into the world were too bewildering for Swaminathan's comprehension. Meanwhile, Granny kept asking something from everyone who passed by and no one troubled to answer her. What was the matter? The 5 carpets in Granny's bed were cozy. Her 5 pillows were snug and Granny's presence nearby was reassuring, and above all his eyelids were becoming heavy. What more did he want? He fell asleep. The Tamil Pandit, with his unshaven face and the silver-rimmed spectacles set askew on his nose, was guiding the class through the intricacies of Tamil grammar. The guide was more enthusiastic than his followers. A continual buzz filled the air. Boys had formed themselves into small groups and carried on private conversation. The Pandit made faint attempts to silence the class by rapping on the table. After a while, he gave up the attempt and went on with his lecture. His voice was scarcely audible. Shankar and a few others sat on the first bench with cocked up ears and busy pencils. Swaminathan and the P sat on the last bench. I say, P, said Swaminathan, I got a new brother this morning. The P was interested. How do you like him? Oh, like him? He is hardly anything. Such a funny looking creature, said Swaminathan, and gave what he thought was an imitation of his little brother. He shut his eyes compressed his lips, folded his hands on his chest, protruded his tongue, and tilted his head from side to side. P laughed uncontrollably, but Swaminathan said, "This thing has a wonderful pair of hands, so small and plump, you know, but I tell you, his face is awful, red like a chili." They listened to the teacher's lecture for a few minutes. "I say, Swami," said the P, "these things grow up soon. I have seen a baby that was just what your brother is. But you know, when I saw it again during Michelmas, I could hardly recognize it." My dear students, now I will tell you the short summary of this lesson, chapter number 4, A New Arrival. This is the chapter written by Sri R.K. Narayanan. He was a celebrated English language novelist from India. He was configured with the Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian award. So let's start the summary of A New Arrival. It is the story of 10-year-old Swaminathan, who is a boy full of innocence, wonder and mischief. As his mother goes into labor, Swami feels neglected and deprived of attention. Swami's mother has been abed. Abed, you know, she was feeling sick for 2 days. Swami is feeling very uncomfortable without her care and attention. Granny tells Swami that she is going to have a brother for Swami. That night, when mother was not feeling well, Swami slept with his granny, but woke up late in the night because of commotion. He saw a lady doctor in the hall, and she was behaving like a family member. She went to her mother's room and she saw the situation and came out. She commanded everyone, even Swaminathan's father also. The preparation was ushering a new person into the world. Meanwhile, Granny kept on asking, but no one was bothered about the same, and no one was troubled to answer her. After some time, Swaminathan's eyelids were becoming heavy, and he fell asleep. In this story, the next scene begins with Swaminathan in the class of Tamil Pandit. He was guiding about Tamil grammar. When Tamil Pandit was guiding about Tamil grammar, the front benchers were listening to the Tamil Pandit very carefully. But Swami was sharing his experience, what happened last night in his house. With whom? With his friend P. Swami tells P about his new brother and describes the funny looking creature. His friend says, "These things grow up very soon." And he shared his experience also when he saw a baby, and he could hardly recognize next time when they met. Okay, this is the story all about the innocence of the boy. Now let's understand few hard words that we used in lesson and their meanings. Disheveled, untidy, emaciated, thin, feeble or weak looking. Scurrying, to run or move hurriedly. Ushering, showing in. Bewildering, confusing. Comprehension, to understand. Askew, amiss or improper. Scarcely, hardly, audible, clearly heard. Imitation, to copy. Compressed, squeezed together or reduce. Protruded, thrust forth.